Welcome to the Leadership Lens, where we look beyond the symptoms to see what's actually driving the work. Choice quietly shapes leadership conversations. You walk into a leadership meeting. You bring a question to the team, you ask for thoughts, you invite perspectives. In that moment, something important is already shaping the conversation. That's how the choice itself is structured. The room begins to respond. Some people offer ideas, some people listen, some stay quiet. By the end of the conversation, a decision emerges. Everyone leaves believing they participated in the same discussion. But in many leadership spaces, something else was happening the entire time. People weren't just responding to the question, they were responding to the structure of the choice. This creates a quiet friction in leadership systems. We often believe we're inviting thinking when the structure of the decision has already narrowed the outcome. In other words, the decision was designed long before the discussion began. I call this the architecture of choice. Every leadership conversation carries an invisible design. Sometimes we are gathering input. Sometimes we've already made the decision. Sometimes the group is meant to decide together. But when the type of decision isn't clear, people begin interpreting the room. They read tone, they read body language, they read past experience. And they adjust their participation accordingly. Some people speak cautiously. Some people withhold disagreement. Some people stay silent, not because they lack ideas, but because they are trying to understand how their voice actually fits in the process. The goal is not just to make good decisions. The goal is to make the structure of the decision visible, because when leaders don't name the type of decision being made, people start guessing how their voice fits in the room. If this is something you're experiencing or have experienced, we have a micro move, which are small intentional shifts designed to help you reclaim your leadership so you can build systems that hold. Your micro move this week is to name the decision. Before discussion begins, take a moment to clarify the type of choice being made so people can focus on the thinking instead of the guessing. Because leadership decisions tend to fall in one of three frames: consultation, collaboration, or communication. When the decision type is unclear, people start guessing. When it's clear, they start thinking. If the decision is consultation, I want your input before I make this decision to ensure I'm not missing a blind spot. If the decision is collaboration, this is a decision we will make together as a team. And if the decision is communication, I'm sharing this so everyone understands the direction we've already taken and we can align on the how. When leaders name the decision structure, something important happens. People stop trying to read the room. Instead, they can focus on the thinking, and participation becomes more honest because the system becomes clearer. From leader to leader, leadership is not just about making choices. It's about designing systems where good choices can emerge. It's micro move time. I'm Longino. As the work continues, come on back next week. Let's continue learning and growing together.